Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Pitch for Switch discussion. And this time I'm going to be talking about a game that I recently learned about and recently got the chance to play, what you are watching on screen. And I believe it is called Aurion. I want to say Aurion because of the spelling of the word aura. So I believe it's Aurion. I could be pronouncing it wrong. But that's beside the point. I wanted to highlight this game because, one, it is only available on PC. Two, it is a pretty decent game. It is I guess you can consider it an action RPG. Three, it is made by a Black French studio. So I would like to highlight the game. Now, the storyline to it is interesting. It does play on a lot of African heritage, which would require to actually, research and learn a bit. But it's actually pretty interesting. Now, I do believe there are some tweaks that need to be made with the game, with some of the animations and some of the cutscene work, but the overall package is pretty good. And the game is set to work on PC using a 360 controller. I don't think it would be very hard to convert those controls to the Nintendo Switch, whether it's the Joy-Cons or the gamepad, the Pro controller. Almost said the gamepad, that's Wii U. But it really wouldn't be difficult to convert those controls. And on PC, it automatically converts for an Xbox One controller because the functions are essentially the same. And I assume it would do the same thing for a Series controller. But yeah, it's a very decent game. Like, I enjoy it so far. I haven't beaten it yet. I will play through and finish it, but this is something I think would be cool to put on the system. It's the most popular console at the moment. And on top of that, it's a game that delves into themes that a lot of fantasy RPGs don't. And that's something that I think would be pretty cool to put out on the Switch, and then after it's on the Switch, move it over to Microsoft and Sony's consoles. But I say put it on the Switch first because I think that the Switch is where it would get the biggest console following. Because there are a lot of people who would be interested in this type of story, this type of game, and I think that it would be pretty cool. Now, as for how the game would function, it would largely function the same as it already does. Now, if they could add in, stuff for the haptics for the HD Rumble, that would be cool too. Like maybe for side quest features and stuff like that. Because again, I don't really know what's in this game since I haven't played that far into it. Have different uses for different different magic attacks could give you different types of rumble, different feels. Searching for items can have something to do with the HD Rumble. It just depends on what they would deem worth the time and effort to put in for the haptics in the controller. I can't tell them what to do with that because, again, I haven't really played that far into the game. I think I've only played it for about 2 hours. But it was still pretty decent. So that's why I'm highlighting this game. I think that this would be cool for the Switch. And I think, one, it would be great for the developers themselves because, hey, this is the easy way to make 200,000 to 300,000 in sales on a console platform. And since they already completed the game, outside of tightening up some animations and stuff, they really don't need a whole lot of work to go into it. That's it. Now, a lot of a lot of this is hand drawn, which makes this game beautiful. It is beautiful to look at. It's like watching a comic book in motion. So, again, it would just be a perfect fit on that platform to me. But I'm going to drop this here. You guys go ahead and look up the game yourselves if you're interested in learning more about it. Thank you guys very much for listening in. Keep your eyes and ears open for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games and peace out.